with Ed Drance from Eyewitness News, 7 Eyewitness News. And Ed, you've been so great every morning, kind of giving us our update and the newest things that are going on.
Well, there's a lot going on right now, and as far as we know in terms of the total number statewide, we know about 925 people so far have tested positive for the coronavirus in New York State. 9 of those cases are here in Western New York, with 7 total in Erie County right now. Now, of course, that's all going to change considering the number of tests that we've been doing recently, both in Erie County and statewide. 7 deaths reported so far right now in New York State, none of them here in Western New York. That's the good news. Now, the majority of those cases are downstate in both Westchester and, of course, in New York City. And I'm just seeing from Bloomberg News, New York Mayor Bill de Blasio says the city is absolutely, and they say absolutely as a direct quote, considering a shelter-in-place order. And that's something that we haven't seen here, though they have reduced the number of people who can fit into any crowd significantly over the last several days. And as you reported at the top of the show, bars and restaurants are closed for dine-in. They are only dine-out, takeout or delivery options at this point. All casinos are closed, movie theaters, and gyms, which is probably the most important thing to keep people grounded. And, you know, a lot of people use it to maintain their sanity. So we've got some options for you to use right now on WKBW.com.
Great. Now, also, I know there's an update when it comes to getting kids fed in school meals.
That's right. So all day today, there is an opportunity for Buffalo Public School parents and students to get meals on the go. And at Tapestry Charter School as well, there's a drive-through of sorts in the back of the school today. That runs until 3 o'clock this afternoon. Mayor Byron Brown also put out a whole list that I've shared on my Facebook page of where you can actually go to get one of these meals on the go, because we know so many of these children rely on school for both breakfast and lunch. And without having school, you know, it kind of puts them in jeopardy almost. So it's really important that we have this opportunity available for them.
I love that with our community, that we think of things like that.
Exactly.
Also, Uber Eats, waiving fees for local restaurant delivery. That's pretty wonderful, too.
And the thing about Uber Eats is that we have to really still continue to support our local businesses, right? So many of these restaurants and diners and establishments, the bars, the wineries, really having a major impact with this, because you know, they're laying off their staffs or they can't pay their staff. So what do? You know, after this is all over, it's all up in the air right now. So we really have to make sure that we're supporting our independent and local establishments.
Yeah, you may want to call the restaurants, too, because a lot of them will create the meal for you and you just go pick up.
Exactly.
We
were seeing that in Hamburg. They had a whole press conference yesterday where they basically said, you know, on their main street in Hamburg, you drive up, they don't even have to get out of the car. It's all cashless, so it's all done right there for you.
Right. So there's ways to keep people employed, keep them busy, and keep people safe at the same time.
Speaking of safety, I'm also just seeing that in Evans, they've just declared a state of emergency. And as we know, all of Western New York, you know, for the most part, is under the state of emergency until further notice. And, you know, take that for what you will. Don't go crazy about that when you hear that there's a state of emergency. Understand that this is really for government purposes only. It frees up some money, it opens Emergency Operations Center, and creates the opportunity for government to really work together under these uncertain circumstances.
Listen, I'm very, very happy to hear that we're still at 7 in Western New York. I was so afraid you were going to really elevate that number this morning. So that means we're doing what we need to do. Keep doing it.
Absolutely.
That's the thing. All right, Ed, let's flip to something else here for a second, because this is raising eyebrows as well. Tom Brady.
Can you believe this?
Tom Brady finally is going to be the albatross that we've been wearing around our neck for years. Looks like he's leaving, and so far, he may not go to another team in our conference.
Well, he says his future is unknown at this point.
Right.
What that means is anyone's guess.
He may go, now this is the sports writer saying, Tampa Bay needs someone like him, the Las Vegas Raiders, or the LA Chargers.
Well, we shall see.
Nice and far away.
Right, keep him out there.
Nice and far away.
You know, it's interesting. We have some Buffalo fans in, we have some Brady fans in our newsroom. Rebecca Thornburg, our reporter.
Oh, really?
Literally.
Rebecca.
Okay, well, let me paint a picture for you. Today is not only her birthday. She
no.
is a Brady loyalist.
Oh, no.
Literally in tears right now.
Oh,
I mean, her
sorry,
mascara
Rebecca.
is running all over the place. It breaks my heart to see it, but for Buffalo's sake, I'm thrilled.
Oh, me too.
Right?
All right, or maybe
yeah,
this.
that's a good
We'll
call
do
with
this
that.
from now on,
Sorry.
right?
We'll go Germix now.
All right, you're busy. Listen, when we come back, everybody, Robbie Raw has some great advice for staying well, so don't go away.